when you say I decided not to do opening scenes for the storyboard, what do you mean by that?
Like, what did I mean when I said that?
Are the opening scenes in the screenplay?
No.
So you didn't have. So how does it start?
Actually, that's I don't know why I said that. I think because Miss said something about not being open scene, so I just wrote it down. Yeah, I can't remember why I said that.
Okay, well, let's go back. What they're wanting you to explain here is so these two things: key ideas and how the narrative developed. That's your first section. So
that's the introduction that I wrote.
Yeah, but if we look here, this is not about the key ideas from your film. Okay. I don't know who these characters are. I want you to tell me. So the key ideas behind my film was that I wanted to base it around 3 characters, and it's about the friendship or the difficulties or the blah blah blahs between these 3 girls. I realized, the narrative I wanted to tell would show them doing da da da, and I wanted to show that Sophia had blah blah blah. Yeah. So basically, you should, and I think you should say, talk about it as if it's a short film. So say for my short film, because the screenplay we know is the story, and the storyboard is part of that. So you talk about it as if you're doing a short film. So that's the first section. So you need to redraft this bit. Okay, this bit, which is the second bit of this, is fine. How your film was influenced by some of the short films you've watched. Okay, and then we're referring to these. Okay. This sentence, fed up with the hostility of the city and its people, a young woman's view of the world changing when she makes a surprise change on the stranger in a bus, just doesn't sound like you, so you don't need it. I decided to pick this film and ideas from around because I like how they set it and film the whole thing on the bus. So when you say I like how they set it, I liked the mise en scène and the use of the bus as the only location. Yeah? Let's get the film language in there. And then here, I wanted the setting of my short film. So let's say, can we say something else about this? What? Something along the lines of I wanted my characters to be exposed in a public setting, so to take away the safety of a home environment or an environment, to create a sense of more jeopardy. Do you know that word? Like things are a bit less stable, a little less certain. So that would be a way. Yeah, that's fine. When you're using, so you've got italics there, just be consistent, yeah. Yeah, and again, so I want to be able to give you marks for original things that you've written, and I'm pretty sure if I do a Google,
it's because I can't remember what that film was about. So.
Yeah, but if I do, you don't need to say what it's about. We know what it's about. I know what it's about. The moderator knows what it's about. You're just saying, I related my story and screenplay to the film about a girl. I decided to choose this film and use some of the ideas because, okay, this is just somebody else's words. And I don't. isn't it? Yeah. So don't use that because I can't give you any marks for that. That's like you wasted 50 words there. Okay, I'm also going to use the idea of pregnancy or the theme of pregnancy. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Of a pregnancy. Yeah.
Is there like a tap anywhere? Oh, no.
Only in the toilets up in support, but they're for teachers. You'd have to go further away. There used to be one in MS1, but I had it removed. Art. I can't tell how much of this is you and how much isn't.
I just use like because again I can't remember what happened.
This, I can't tell if this is you or someone else. It feels like it's someone else.
Yeah.
It can't. Yeah, that's good. Okay, fine. So that's fine. 162. Yeah, good. All right. So I'm happy with that. I've got the other comments I've made. You've done the second part of it, and now what you need to do is to move on to the last part, which is the analysis of your
No, I don't know how to do that one.
film. Okay, so let me give you. So here, what you're basically doing is analysis of how your film creates meaning and generates responses. That's all it needs to be. Okay, and here, if we go back to the stuff we did on Winter's Bone, then you're going to be saying things like, I used a close-up here to mise en scène is important here because this piece of dialogue shot, reverse, shot, editing is important here. I then cut to this scene. Okay, so you're going to have sentences like that about the scenes in your storyboard, okay? And you're going to use these verbs to say, this piece of dialogue makes an audience feel as if she's fear is blah, blah, blah. I used a close-up here to convey that the characters are. In this scene of shot, reverse, shot, I chose to show that the characters were, yeah? So basically what you're doing is you're taking your storyboard bit and you're trying to sort of put a magnifying glass on it, as in the same way as we do with the Rhea and Baskin scene. Just say, okay, so this means this means this. When she says this, this is kind of triggers this for the audience. This is a, at this moment there's an enigma, that what Bart would call an enigma. At this moment there's disruption, what Todorov would call disruption. So basically you're taking your film and saying, all right, here's all my film knowledge of how to analyze a film. I'm going to use it to analyze my film now. And that will be the last bit of your writing.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. So I'm gonna do introduction and conclusion then.
I think if you're going to do a conclusion, it would
you
just
give you marks. Not necessarily.
no, but I think it'd be fine to say, on the whole, something like, I think my film worked. I think it would work. I think the strongest parts of my film were, I think the audience should end up liking this character, or they should feel that they understand. I haven't really given people guidance on that because I kind of don't know what you think about it. But
if it gives you marks, then yeah.
Well,
if it doesn't,
it will round it off. It will be easier for us to give a good mark if you give a kind of rounded piece. But I don't know what you feel about the film, so it would. If you're going to say what is the conclusion about, the conclusion is a kind of like summary. You thinking, if I was the examiner saying to you, so how did you find that? What do you think? What's good about it? What do you like about it?
No.
It would just be something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are we good?
Yeah.
Right.